How you doing, YouTube? Yeah, back with another unboxing. These unboxings come hard and fast sometimes, so you get another live stream real quick. So we just went on a long trip. I left this morning, like 11 o'clock, made a round trip, went to Harrisburg, and kind of bopped around, came home, and lo and behold, I had this sitting on my porch. This comes courtesy of Mark. Thank you very much, brother. He sent me one beer mail previously. He is from Jersey. He enjoys beer. Here we go. We're going to do an unboxing. Let's see what's what. I'm digging on these live unboxings. Where did I put my knife? Oh, gotta get it. Oh, there we go. We got the real knife kind of going on here. We'll see what he actually sent off. And what's what? I forget what he sent me last time, to be perfectly honest with you. So, kind of going in this one a little bit blind. There we go. And we'll see what's what. Ziploc bags galore. It's not a super heavy beer mail, so I don't expect there to be a ton of stuff in here. We have a 1, we have a 2, and then we have a 3. So we got epically packed stuff. These are Ziploc, and actually each beer is kind of contained in super padding, so I'm kind of digging that. Let's see what's what. So we have this beer mail being live. I'll actually probably do another one tomorrow because I'm actually doing a someone's handing off beer actually to me tomorrow directly. Someone that's relatively close that lives in Jersey. I'm going to meet up with him in Hackettstown, and he's going to drop some beers on me, and then yeah, we'll see what's what. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Oh, anyway, we have 1, 2, and 3 Treehouse beers. All Treehouse beers, all in a nice tidy row. We'll see what's what. Oddly enough, the gentleman I'm meeting up with tomorrow, I believe a bulk of what he's going to give me is Treehouse beers, so there might be doubles. If that's the case, such is life. First off, we have this. What do we have here? Oh, I have Promises to Keep. Let's do that. Probably focus a little bit better. There you go. Come on, focus. That's why I hate these kind of cameras. My actual, like, legitimate phone camera is way better at actually, like, getting focused and stuff like that. Anyway, I have Promises to Keep. This is a 7.9% double IPA. From Treehouse. It says, I Promise to Keep is double IPA brewed with enormous doses of Citra Nelson. Tastes like orange juice and Sauvignon Blanc. Its name inspired to always give thanks and remind us that little surprises to loved ones can always go a long way towards fulfillment in the midst of everyday life. Buy the flowers, give the hug. Very, very important stuff. I don't like that in the background. I buy my wife flowers all the time. Not because I have to, not because I feel I need to. I just like to because it makes her happy. I don't buy like bouquet flowers or roses and stuff. I usually buy her plants because that's what she usually digs. But it's just the little things, just doing stuff to just make another person happy. It kind of makes sense. So I can kind of make sense that label. I dig it. It's just kind of like a nice kind of starry sunset. We're off to a good start. Next up, we have Treehouse Curiosity 90. This is a double IPA, and that's all you get. That's all Treehouse really tells you when it comes to Curiosity. It says, we love you, love us. Less than a month old. I always like labels on Curiosities. This one is the Pterodactyl. I know you don't pronounce the P, but you know what? I can pronounce the P if I want. Last but not least, we have Alter Ego. I have reviewed this, I believe. If I did not review it as a regular beer, I reviewed it as a mystery beer. I don't remember what I did with it. Anyway, regardless, if I did it as a mystery beer, it will get reviewed. If I reviewed it already, since I believe I reviewed this, I want to say within the past 6 months, it will be drank, and I will not review it. Because that's how I roll sometimes, son. But thank you very much, Mike. This is super cool, you dude. I mean, who doesn't love getting Treehouse beers? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you're talking some of the more funner with 2 R's. That's how fun they are. They're funner beers in the game. And you're talking about two kind of unique ones in the sense that I think Curiosity is probably my favorite series of beers that they do. There's a lot of hit or miss when it comes to those, but I really do enjoy the Fuck Duckery. That's one of my favorite things when it comes to beers. One of the reasons why I love certain breweries, whether it be Kane or Hop Butcher and stuff like that. The fact they kind of try and mess with so many different things when it comes to hops and combinations and stuff like that. That's what I believe the Curiosity series for Treehouse is, so I really dig that. And then when you're talking about these kind of whimsical one-off ish kind of IPAs, I think it's kind of maybe born from the Curiosity series. Maybe they found a hop combination they really enjoyed or something along those lines. Something they felt like, okay, this deserves more than just a one-off now. Let's kind of bring it back and do a little bit more with it. That's where I believe a bulk of these are kind of born. So it's kind of a best of both worlds. Getting that ingenuity and great fuckduckery that I like to say, that makes beer so great. But then you get it has legs and people really enjoy it. Let's bring it back. And then just, straight up, I'm throwing a fastball. Like, I know what I do well. I do these things well, and I got to get the person out. And I'm not fucking around. I'm not throwing a change up. I'm not going to get cute here. I'm throwing fucking high heat. I'm going to light your ass up, meat. Give him the curveball. Don't give him the curveball, Ricky. Throw him the heater. That kind of shit. So, anyway. Thank you very much, Mark, for sending these off. I will enjoy the shit out of these. Hopefully you guys enjoy me enjoying the shit out of these. Or hopefully, even better, you will enjoy one of these while watching me enjoying the shit out of these. What else? Drinking a little Time and Materials beer. Just did a couple beer reviews. These guys are kind of, I call them pseudo homebrew because look at them. You got fancy cans and logoing and get us on tap and all kinds of stuff. I'm drinking, their Saisons don't sell here. To review it, you'll see my thoughts on that on Homebrew Wednesday coming. You'll probably actually see it this Wednesday since it's it'll move up in the queue. Usually I kind of post the beers in order, but the homebrew stuff I don't do a ton of, and I don't have any in the queue, so they will get moved up to the top. Let's see a couple other things. Still haven't thought of the next online bottle share. A couple of people throwing out a couple different beers. Someone said, I forget. Someone actually said I should do. I forget what the beer was, but it was really good beer. But it's like super hard to get. I'm like, kind of feel bad. I'm not really going to do something like that. But someone actually said Orval. Might be a good one to do. I know I did Orval over the summer. Kind of talked about my thoughts about Orval, but it'd be a fun one to kind of share. So if we do Orval, I'll try and get one early as I possibly can and give you guys the date, so you guys can kind of play along, get a very similar one because they vary so much in batches in time. Tomorrow's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna do a hang. I almost guarantee we're gonna be on the air for a couple hours. It's gonna be me and Keith, dynamic duo. We're going to be doing a live stream of me and him drinking 3 beers. No, we're not going to drink 9 fucking smoked Doppelbocks this time. That was a bad fucking idea. I had a great time, but it was a bad idea. This time we're going to be doing one of my favorite beers of all time, which would be this beer right here. We're going to be reviewing and drinking Guden Carolus Cuvée van de Kaiser Blau, which is their Belgian dark. Here's the trick, though. Here's the thing. We're going to be reviewing this beer. We're going to be reviewing 2000, 2007, and 2016 versions. We're going to do all 3. They released a kind of multi-pack with all those ages kind of in there already. So we're going to drink those live in the air, probably drink other beers and stuff like that, and basically just sit and drink and talk about the beers, but also shoot off about shit and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're definitely going to do that. And it's going to be a good time. So tune in tomorrow, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be hanging out, drinking some beers, chugging, having a good time. Steven, beer mail. I do a lot of beer mails. You guys hear me talk about getting beer mails from Steven a lot. I get a lot of Treehouse from Steven. He sends me stuff all the time, mystery beers, right? All kinds of beers and stuff like that. For some bizarro reason, like I live in the middle of nowhere in Jersey. Like people think of Jersey, they think of like Newark and shit. I live in a farm in the middle of nowhere. And across the border from me is a place called Banger. Yeah, Bangor, Pennsylvania, Wind Gap, Bangor, that kind of area. There's nothing there. But for some reason, Steven, from up north, I think he's from Connecticut, and he has a company retreat in Bangor of all places, and he's in the area, so we're gonna hook up on Sunday and chug a beer. Probably not gonna do anything on, live and on video and stuff like that, but I just figured it's worth mentioning because I like hanging out with fucking viewers and shit like that. It's kind of fun, I'm like, hey man, I'll be in the area. Let's chug a fucking beer. So let's see what else. J444 in the comments. I didn't expect a ton of comments because it's a quick unboxing. He says, what's your take on Tavor? Honestly, I kind of dig Tavor, to be honest with you. I've never used it myself, to be perfectly honest with you. Just not to be a smug douche, but I get enough beer from breweries and from viewers, and I buy enough locally that I don't feel the need to kind of jump on Tavor myself, but I know people that use it. And I think it's a really good service for a lot of people that, either don't have the time to kind of go out and about and travel, but at the same time, and this is kind of where I like it, don't want to play the secondary market game. The secondary market game, I hate, pay this much because it's worth this much and all that bullshit. Tavor, there's a subtle markup on each of the beers, but they tend to stay within a relatively decent price point. And you can find good stuff. I've seen Side Project on there. I've sin Cantillon. I've seen J. Fontaine. I've seen all the, kind of beers that a lot of people kind of covet. You're not going to, I've never seen Treehouse, never seen Trillium. Obviously, those are going to go by the wayside. But, I've seen a lot of beers that people really dig on there. And just pay the money and then you can get it. Now you have to pay shipping, but let's say you're going to go on a beer day where you're going to go drive around to 4 different breweries. Well, let's say it costs you $40 to have all that shit shipped. And you're going to spend $40 in gas and tolls to go to, a bunch of different bottle shops and breweries. So the shipping doesn't bother me all that much. The only thing that bothers me about it is that, and this is based off of what I've heard, not personal experience, is that you do have to be mindful of dating. So I know a lot of people that use it exclusively for stouts, barley wines, lambic, things that aren't really kind of date sensitive things. I've heard, people getting, hazies and IPAs that are quite a bit older than they would like. That might be a little bit of Tavor's problem. That might be a little bit of person ordering problem. Because for most people that don't know, Tavor, it's basically a place where you go and buy beer. But what you do is you build a box of beer. And go, okay, I'll buy this. And then a week later, something else pops up. Go, I'll buy this. And you keep buying until you have all the beers that okay, now I'll have them ship it to me. Well, if you buy a bunch of hazies on day one and you spend 30 days kind of building a box and then you say ship it to me, well, if you get beer that's 2 months old, be like, well, if you ordered it when it first got listed, you will only be a month old, which isn't bad. So, it is what it is. There's never going to be a perfect kind of route when it comes to those kind of things, especially when it comes to hazy beers. But honestly, I kind of dig on Tavor, from a conceptual kind of stance. Like I said, I don't use it myself. I've never gotten anything from them. I know a lot of people have done like Tavor stuff on the internet, like tested out the stuff, and I've never done any of that thing. So, but I know a couple of good friends that have really used it. So that's my take. So there you go. A little unboxing the books, a little bit of kind of what we're going to be doing over the next couple of days in the books, a little bit of questions answered kind of books, and delicious beer mail in the book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you very much, Mark, for sending these off. I will hopefully do these proper. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little live session here of unboxing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some delicious beers right now, because that's probably the most important portion of the show. Yeah, hopefully see you guys next time. Cheers.